Only FM 95.1.
Dechemicalization and other important indices in the assessment of water quality. That can tie into Dr. Ashigbe's concerns relating to other metrics that you may not have spoken about. After him, the Attorney General will address the matter of politically exposed persons referred to his outfit for action and the status of that. His Excellency may want to speak about the state of emergency when he gets his turn to sum up. And then the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources will address concerns raised by Osofo on the District Mining Committee initiative and transparency and accountability measures to ensure that nobody takes advantage of the situation to enrich themselves, as was the case in the past. And then Colonel Abuaje's take on the premature calls for state of emergency may also be addressed by His Excellency when he gets opportunity to wrap up. So, Dr. Lumo, shall we have you? Yeah.
Thank you. Hello. Okay. Thank you very much. On the issue of the monitoring, what we presented here is just one parameter. That's the turbidity that we all can relate to. It's what we see on the ground, and that is what we brought over here. For heavy metals, it's this year that we began monitoring heavy metals. We've always been doing only the physiochemicals. We've not done heavy metals, but this year we began this heavy metals monitoring, and I don't have the results here. That's why you don't see it here. On the issue of engineer Shugbe point, what we presented here are the facts. As I pointed out during my presentation, these were selected locations where NIMOS has operated, and then the results. I also did mention that there are some places that we have elevated turbidity, and we're hoping that they can extend their operations to those places where they can effectively help us reduce the impact. I am also aware that, and I think if Chief Executive Officer of EPA is here, she can also speak to it, that they are in the process of acquiring a system that can help the separation of heavy metals from our water bodies. That's in the form of treating our water bodies. Thank you.
If the EPA CEO is here, she can shed light on that aspect of their operations.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Excellency. What the EPA is in the process of acquiring, it's a technology that will help treat our water bodies while the water are in their position.
Timelines. Dr. Shigbe is interested in that.
The timeline from water. So water can now be treated as they are on the lands where we have, before they get into the treatment plants of the water companies.
Is there any indication of how quickly this is going to be done? Timelines. Dr. Shigbe is interested in that.
The timelines is tied to financials as well. So we are seeking commitment authorization from the Ministry of Finance. Once we have that, we'll be able to procure this technology. It's a chemicalization of our water bodies. Then we'll go ahead with it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Now, the Attorney General will speak to the politically exposed persons and the status of investigations, as well as any other actions that he may have initiated against such persons.
Thank you very much. It is true we referred two people who are politically exposed to the Economic and Organized Crime Office for investigation. These were the Honorable Yamin, and Abanga, who is a third national vice chairman, one of the vice chairmen of our party. When we did the referral, it was upon intelligence that we got that was sent to both myself and the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. But after we did, some petitions came from small-scale miners to the Economic and Organized Crime Office, then complicating the investigations. And so, as we speak, an investigative report is yet to be made to my office because those small-scale miners also brought their petitions that had allegations against the two persons who were referred. And so, at this point in time, I cannot definitively speak to what is contained in the investigative report because it is yet to be presented to my office by the EOCO. But we are definitely taking action on those matters. Thank you very much.
Right. Okay, so Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, are your district mining committees prone to corruption? And are there mechanisms to ensure transparency and accountability in the handling of assets that are confiscated during the fight when Kenebo and his men stormed these Galamsey sites?
Thank you very much. I think that before I answer that question, I think the point about the custody of the seized excavators and how we protect it to make sure we don't create that a challenge of missing excavators is something that has been taken on board. We're doing everything to make sure that those are strictly protected in government custody. Already in the current laws, everybody who gets the licenses, in the process of the licensing, are supposed to engage these mining communities and local communities. What has happened is that those are not happening. You've had a lot of complaints about chiefs in these mining communities. And so, when I was talking about the district mining communities, what I said was that they are going to be the first step in the licensing process and basically give recommendations. Those recommendations will be followed up by the Minerals Commission before those licenses are ultimately issued. And so I think it's an additional layer which I think will be helpful to address those concerns. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much. We'll come back to regularity of yes. All right.
Oh, I think that's taken on board and it's something that we'll be doing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. So we'll come back to another 5 questions or contributions. So we'll start with Osofo. No, second from left. Yes, Bishop. Please, you have the floor.
Mr. President, respectfully I rise on behalf of the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference, listening to your presentation today, especially from the Honorable Minister and our soldier from Nemos. We acknowledge that something good is happening. However, we, as you know us, will continue to be consistent voice of truth to your administration, just as we've done to many other administrations. So permit me to read a few lines to you. We'll be submitting ours to you also.
Please go ahead.
In the name of God and on behalf of the good people of Ghana who voted for you, we urge you, Your Excellency, to provide the following: clear benchmarks that will trigger a state of emergency, visible prosecution of kingpins, including those named in official reports, the establishment of promised fast-track courts, measurable performance indicators for local authorities and security services, protection for communities and traditional leaders who resist Galamsey, alongside accountability for those complicit. Your Excellency, credibility is now as important as policy. Our people must see that no one is above the law and that economic expediency cannot outweigh the sacred right to clean water, safe food, and a healthy environment. We are with you in this fight, and so we beg of you and we urge you to act with courage and moral clarity. Delay is to raise complicity in what is fast becoming an ecocidal tragedy of monumental proportions. Our house is on fire. Let us put it out. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bishop, for those moving words. The president of the Ghana General Association leads an organization that has been vocal in the fight against Galamsey. So at this stage, we will hear from him and learn what his organization represents.
Thank you,
in this fight.
Minister. First of all, colleagues, as a matter of fairness, let's acknowledge the progress made so far. Until this day, I didn't know we had made such progress. And I must admit that that is for the good of this fight. And so we will continue to select on the matter of continuous engagement and also update, as requested by my brother here, the Reverend Minister, that how do we tell the story? Because these are all stories which are not out there. We, as part of the Ghana Coalition Against Galamsey, have been calling for the state of emergency. But having heard and followed the presentation today, I'm tempted to believe that we are on the right path. It is a matter of having progressive engagement and also getting the media involved in telling the story. Right. After we need the resources, the tools to be able to get the story from the ground and report it as it is. I believe that the Honorable Minister is here. I have called on him severally. The GJ is ever ready. Our doors are open to partner with the ministry to tell the story as it is, so that the citizens and the good people will appreciate what is being done. But I still think that, as you said, we still have a long way to go, and the government must not be complacent in what has been done so far, must rather double our steps and ensure that success become ours. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So there's a gentleman in spectacles in the middle, in Fugu. Yes. It appears contributors are not identifying themselves. So please identify yourself, your organization, so that it helps us appreciate where you're coming from. Yes.
So my name is Professor Serge Nbwana. I'm the Director of Council for Scientific Industrial Research, Water Research Institute. And I must say that what we're hearing and what we've seen, I think, is quite good for the progress that have been made so far. And I must indicate that when the commander spoke about the Galamsey monitoring in the day, I said, well, that is no. But then he has indicated that they are going to continue this during the evening and the night. And I think if that is the strategy, then they must try and follow through with that. Now, you will note that Dr. Lemo did indicate the level of turbidity reducing significantly. And I must say that it's not the first time, because I remember in 2017, there was a year banned on Galamsey. In fact, Water Research Institute had been following through in terms of monitoring of the water, and we saw a significant reduction in the turbidity, and alongside we also saw reduction also in other heavy metals. What I might say that the water itself will be able to cleanse itself over some period, but it will take some time. So I recommend, and I ask Mr. President, that if this is halted, then there must be a regular monitoring of heavy metals in the water. And we must know that it's not only the mercury, because there are some heavy metals that come along with the ore, which we break for the mining. So during the process of the crushing, grinding, and the washing. Other poisonous heavy metal are also released, like arsenic, which is carcinogenic, like lead, and many other. So we are imploring the president that there must be, as we take this action, there must be a constant monitoring so that we'll be able to notice what progress is being made. And as the EPAC CEO has also indicated, there is also the need to look at trying to clean the waters as well. But I must indicate that this is quite voluminous water. Pra alone is about 375 kilometers. And if you want to clean, it costs for a lot of money to do that. But I think that in specific areas may require. I must also indicate that special areas around the intake of water for Ghana Water Company, those areas must be looked at in terms of decriminalization so that this effort will be made. But I must say, a good progress is being made, but we need to hold on and do our best to ensure that this is done. Now, I believe that when it is done, we will have a lot of health hazard that we are seeing come to an end. I thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. There's a lady at the back here whose hand is up. Please give the microphone to her. So please identify yourself and let us hear your contribution.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Patience Tay. I'm an environmental and political activist. My question is this. Earlier this year, a representative of this government, Sami J.F., made a statement that LI 2462 will be repealed in May. When Parliament resumes, May came and the LI was not revoked. The lands minister said, I think in August or September, I'm not exactly sure. It was October. Okay. In October or...
Please allow her to put her thoughts.
I think within the weeks or last weeks or whatever the situation, yeah.
All right, please go ahead. Yes.
Okay, so he made a statement that the LI would be revoked when Parliament resumes in October.
Yes.
How can we believe that when there have been inconsistencies?
All right.
So that is my question.
All right, thank you very much. Now I'll take a contribution from the representative of Islamic organizations here. Please bring him the microphone. Okay, all right. Thank you.
Contribution coming from the House. There is one fundamental issue that I think we should be looking at, and that is enforcement. All the suggestions we are listening to what other colleagues were saying. Now, having listened to the presentation and then the contribution coming from the House, there is one fundamental issue that I think we should be looking at, and that is enforcement. All the suggestions we are listening to has been captured already in the presentation. Those are brilliant solutions. All we need at this stage is to enforce. Right from the legal to the task force and then the blue, is it the blue armies? The blue water. We know exactly what to do. We have an idea of what to do. From the Muslim community, we are just asking that let's work on the enforcement and we'll make a lot of gains. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So we'll now take a contribution from a representative of small-scale miners who have perspectives to share on this matter. For the avoidance of doubt, these are not Galamseyers. These are small-scale miners.
Yes, thank you very much.
Properly so-called.
I'm Godwin Ahmad, the General Secretary of the Ghana National Association of Small-Scale Miners. Your Excellency, we, the Association of Small-Scale Miners, have hope. We know the issue of illegal mining is not an event, but it's a process. So we are going to work with NIMOS to ensure that we attain the extraordinary, that is ensuring that our water bodies gain the stability levels that we all want to see. The establishment of the Gold Board, as one of the example, is that whilst we are able to, formalize the downstream, which is the trading aspect of the small-scale mining sector, and we are seeing the gains in terms of gold production, which we've not seen in this country before. Every month we are getting close to 2 tons of gold. And if you look at the economic benefits, you know that the industry is something that we cannot say is not contributing to the socio-economic gains of the country. The issue of Galamsey, one of the areas is the importation. We've seen excavators being tracked and all that. I want to ask the minister what he's doing about the importation of chamfans. Because now that you don't have the excavators, even the chamfans, the havoc that they can cause with the use of what we call one leg, and then small China, and all that, they can do a lot of havoc, even more than the excavators. So we propose that there should be some sort of restriction so that those who have licenses will have access to it instead of it being imported by everyone. Because research that we've done, it comes in thousands.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I saw the hand of Franklin Kujo up. So, Franklin, you have the floor. And, Your Excellency, with your kind permission, we'll take 2 additional contributions and then we'll come to you.
Oh, thank you very much. I'd just like to say that it looks as if we need more money, and I'm saying this for the simple reason that when I looked at last year's budget for fighting Galamsey, there's about 10 million Ghana cedis. You guys allocated almost 50 million Ghana cedis to fight Galamsey, and already we are seeing some results. Question I have, how much money do you really need to fix everything? We just want to know. And by the way, you have to be giving us updates as to how you use the money. So how much money do you really need? Because it looks to me 50 million is enough for, and I'm seeing some results really, but we need more. Second question, is it official government policy to be deporting Chinese who are engaged in Galamsey?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So there's a gentleman at the back, and then we'll take a lady in the light blue shirt also at the back, and that will be it. All right, please identify yourself and then.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Dr. Solomon Usu from Denver, Colorado, United States.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead, Dr. Usu.
All right. I'm here because of Honorable Muntaka. He has passed a policy that whenever these foreigners who are criminals are arrested, we are supposed to deport them. Your Excellency, you all remember that I asked a similar question back in 2019, Mr. Osafo, and then it became a political capital for NDC. Why are we repeating the same thing? If we can arrest Chinese guys who are the key Galamseyers in this country, and we just deport them without enforcing them to reclaim our lands and restore our water bodies, then what is the fight about? What is the difference between arresting them, deporting them, and I shall once arrest and the deportation? Honorable Muntaka should explain to us. If we cannot prosecute and jail the Chinese nationals, then there's no point prosecuting and jailing Ghanaians who commit the same offense in the country that they come from.
All right, your point.
Secondly, please,
please make it very
we've been talking
very,
about
very
responsible mining, and in fact, I must congratulate the sector minister, Mr. Boa, and the team about the good work that they've done so far. It's not enough. Ghanaians want to see restored water bodies. Ghanaians want to see reclaimed lands. When are we starting? I know he has important and very strong policies coming up, to be rolled out on reclamation and restoration of water bodies. We need to expedite it for Ghanaians to see the good works that you are doing. Thank you very much.
So there's a lady behind here who has the floor now.
My name is Priscilla Toboli, representing Fix the Country. Now, my question is, why have we not seen prosecutions from the frontline institutions that issue the reckless mining licenses? And then when is it going to begin? Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. President, there is a representative of the Ghana Association of Disabled Persons. So we want to give them the opportunity. Physically challenged. Pardon my mix up. Yes.
Don't worry. Thank you very much. Well, the term is Ghana Federation of Organizations. Ghana Federation of Disability Organizations.
All right.
Okay, so we are all persons with disability.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Mr. Excellency, Your Excellency, Mr. President, and all the good people here, we just want to say that as persons with disability, we are one of the most vulnerable groups of this nation. And we have been so adversely affected by this evil and, bad practice. We are very frustrated, we're disappointed, and we are angry at this situation. This issue of Galamsey has plagued this nation for I don't know how many years. And we've put in measures, we've put in laws, we have different institutions, we have bodies, we have Attorney General, we have the military, we have the police. I could go on and on and on. And still, the people are doing it. And still, they continue to kill our water bodies. They continue to kill our environment. And now they are killing us as people. And still, sometimes we really get a little fed up with a lot of... I know we need to have laws in the country. I know. We need to have laws in the country. We need policies. But we also need results. We also need things to happen. Mr. President, you have the power to stop this thing. We know it is everybody is affected. But Mr. President, you have the power to stop it. You can go on a state of emergency if that is not enough. You have the responsibility to do something to stop it and make us all safe. Now we hear of more children that are coming into the world with deformities through no fault of theirs. Right. Children are coming into the world with mental problems through no fault of theirs. Children are coming into the world without limbs through no fault of theirs. And still, people are continuing to do this poisoning. Still, they are doing this evil thing. So please...
Through no fault of mine, I would have to cut it here.
Okay.
In order to
then thank you so
save
much.
time. Thank you very much for your contribution. Now that brings us to an end of the session for questions and contributions. I do know that there are many of you here who would have loved to make contributions or ask questions, but as you may be aware, we are very hard pressed for time. So we will give the opportunity to His Excellency the President to summarize. All right, so the Lands Minister will take a few questions. Perhaps you will want to address Franklin's. Yes, so there are a few questions that he would like to speak to. And then His Excellency the President will take the floor and make some remarks.
There was a question about the frontline institutions and people who have really not helped this fight and what we are doing. I can assure you that we are dealing with them appropriately. Those that must be terminated, those that must be punished. We are working on that as part of the whole reform. On budget, I think it's a very good question. If you saw my presentation, I called on corporate Ghana to come to our aid in supporting this fight against illegal mining. For example, if I give you how much is required to reclaim 7,500 football fields, probably the whole of Ghana's 1 year budget has to be spent on the Galamsey fight. And so clearly that is really a problem, and I thank you for bringing it up. But corporate Ghana must come and support us collectively in this fight, especially reclaiming our water bodies and dechemicalizing program. It's a very expensive undertaking. And so I want to make sure we bring that up. Thank you very much. Deportation is not government policy, it's an administrative decision. And I believe that we've already tabled it strongly. I'm sure His Excellency will review this and make sure that we address it appropriately. I thank you.
Thank you very much.
Go down memory lane a bit. Match day 3 was ended last Sunday, where we saw some thrilling games. Accra Hearts of Oak, they won at the Accra.
Conceded only 3 goals in the last 13 games, including friendly games that they've actually played. For the Ghana Premier League, you can talk about 10. And I think they conceded 2 against Bebiani Gold Stars and then 1 against Accra Lions, where they won by 3-1. And that is due to the fact that they've been able to keep the spine of this particular team. You look at the goalkeeper in Benjamin Asari, who is the best goalkeeper in the Ghana Premier League as it stands. Definitely the number 1 for the Black Stars. They've been able to keep a player like Kelvin Osei in this